warning before you listen. This epic is not for children, nor for the faint of heart. We retell the ancient Greek myths as they were born, unfiltered, unsoftened. Scenes of violence, curses, betrayals, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. Given the many conflicting versions of the Titan War, the events have been rebuilt to complete the missing pieces. Here, we tell the myth as it was meant to be told. Sources and references are listed in the episode description.
Chapter 30. From War of the Titans, Clash of Weapons, and the Fall of Time. The Trembling Depth, the Fall of Crius, or the Last Uprising of the Earth. When mountains lose their weight, and the throne shifts to the deep, a growl rose, low, vast, as if from the heart of a dying planet. Then came a pulse, heavy, like the ocean itself preparing to speak. The ground was still peeling, scorched by Poseidon's first blow. But Crius did not fall. He rose from the dust like a curse crawling out of an ancient wound. He screamed, and it wasn't a voice, but the tectonic memory of continents reuniting before they split. He raised his massive fist and drove it into the ground. But the stones refused him. They shattered upward, rejecting their master. Poseidon didn't wait. He roared back, "I'm not the god of water. I am water when it refuses to obey." He charged, a storm in motion, trident in hand, his chest open to death, as if glory could only be reached by daring it to strike first. Stone clashed with wave, and the stone screamed. It melted into howling clay beneath his fury. Poseidon thrust his trident again into the soil, and beneath Crius's feet, the ground gave way. Not a pit, but a mouth. A throat of ocean rose, sucked in the air, and spat foam with the cry of battle. Crius lunged, yanked the shield from his back, and hurled it like a meteor. But Poseidon had vanished, consumed by a wave that towered above mountains. Crius stomped, and an entire plain rebelled, leaping skyward as if gravity itself had been betrayed. But the trident returned, splitting the sky like a divine verdict, crashing into Crius's shoulder. Stone cracked, and from it bled not blood but living ash, igniting as it spilled. Poseidon's voice came like a thunder no god could ignore. "You are gravity, then fall!" And he raised his arm, calling from the deepest chamber of the sea, a quake older than memory, born only to avenge. He released it. The ocean floor trembled, silence fell. Even the wind forgot to move. Even Crius looked to the sky and, for the first time, doubted his survival. Then, a fracture, a roar from the deep, and the fall. The mountain collapsed. Crius did not scream. The earth did. Poseidon stood atop a wave, still aflame, and shouted, as if mercy had never been invented, "If he dares return, I will drown his voice in a silence so deep, no name will ever escape it." And far away, at the camp of Othrys, the soldiers felt a tremor, not in the ground, but in their conviction, for they understood. There was a god who did not shout often, but when he struck, he changed the shape of the world. The sea breathed, and this time, the world breathed from beneath, not from above. This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us,
Which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why? We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.